Well, good morning, everybody. I'm excited to share with you some fun information today that I think is going to be super important and valuable to you today. I think it's a game changer. I know I say that a lot, but I think today is a game changer for us. Okay. So, I want you to take a minute and share where you're watching from. I'm sure you're on the replay. So, where are you watching from? Like it, comment, what's going on. It's summertime. I'm sure everyone is enjoying the summer. So, what are you doing? Where are you going? What's going on? Let's talk about it. So, would love to connect with you and hear about what's going on. So, let's do this. I want to jump right in today. So, I know that for a lot of us, there is a lot of times where there is a lot of hard conversations going on about all kinds of different topics. Helping teenagers with lots of tough conversations, and they keep seeming to add on. So, how do you answer these with biblical truth, but with love and compassion? And how do you help your volunteers answer those tough questions? Because I know a lot of us are using small groups as a primary or a major portion of our ministry. And so, how do you equip and prepare your volunteers to answer tough questions? Because that's kind of the goal of small groups, right? Is for students to feel comfortable, feel like they can share, they can ask tough questions, but how do we make sure that we are also at the same time equipping our volunteers to have the right answers that align with our beliefs, our standards? Lots of different churches, want to answer those questions differently. And so here is a great tool that's going to give us a great baseline. There's lots of ways of using this tool. I think one of them is to use it as a parent resource, so you can make it available to them either through hard copy. It's pretty bulky to do hard copy, but sending it out through a digital form is way easier and simpler. But also printing it out, which is what I'm going to show you. Um, Printing it out and making it available for your small group leaders, that if there's a question that comes up in their small group, they can say, hey, time out, let me go get this book and let's walk through this. Or hopefully, maybe they've even looked through it ahead of time to kind of know some of the answers that might come up in their specific group. So let me share my screen, and then we're going to walk through this a little bit and take a look at this great resource from Access Ministries. So great tool. So it is an online tool. You can go on to Access and download and to look at their stuff, but access table content here. So you're going to see all of these different topics that they have available, and every single one of those has an outline guide. So LGBTQ plus for your teenagers. Um, so every single one of these has parent outlines. They're, again, they're parent specific, but your volunteers can easily look through them and get them. So in there is going to be kind of what is this? So each one of them has a section that says, like, what is this topic? So, what is it about? What are some of the key words? What are the key phrases? How do you know if this is an issue with your students or your ministry? And then it goes through and lays out some biblical truth, some biblical foundation for it, and scriptures, but really answers a lot of the questions that we might have in a small group setting that we might want our um, volunteers being able to answer with truth, but also giving some context. So it's going to give you a lot of the words to look for to see if this might be an issue. So to know if a teenager is struggling with pornography or masturbation or gender identity. So it's going to give you some of those terms. It's going to give you some of the things to look for and to look for to identify that. and even questions to ask. So there's a lot of parent guides. When you go to Access Ministry, you can actually watch videos that they've produced. Like, so for example, you can give this to your parents, make this available to their parents, and they can watch a video with their teenagers. And then afterwards, it facilitates discussion. So I believe it's like $25 a month to have a subscription to this, to Access, and you can have up to, I think it's 500 or 600 people sign up to be part of your membership. So your youth ministry, your church could have a membership for, I think it's $25 a month, and then up to 500, 600 families can be a part of that. Your volunteers could have access to that. Your parents could make that, have access to that. And it's kind of like Netflix, or kind of like Right Now Media, kind of the same concept there. So it's a great resource. Want to encourage you to take a look at it. A way to use this in your youth ministry, I would say, is to print off a couple of these binders and then make them available throughout your youth room. So if you've got, or every small group leader has one available to them. So I would just say that this is a great resource, just to have around, that getting your small group leaders could have access to. Even parents could look at, maybe they show up early, right? Or they drop their kids off. They're just kind of hanging out. They can kind of thumb through this and look through it. It's a great, great, great resource. Also, Access Ministry has an email list that every Friday they send out. It's called the Culture Translator, and in that email, they're going to send out things about current trends. So TikTok, what is TikTok? What you should be aware of, what you should be, kind of looking out for, warning signs, how to use it, all that kind of stuff. Current trends in different slangs, so apps, all kinds of different stuff. So every week is a different, focus, and great resources. All this available when you sign up for that membership that you can make available for your adults and your volunteers. So take a look at it. I want to hear, have you guys used this? How are you using it? And would love to hear how it's working for you. So have a great day, and we'll see you guys soon.